Obviously, you guys have been in this industry for generations, right? What are the biggest changes? Do you see a lot of polyester coming in? Do you see more blend coming in general from fast fashion?
At the moment, we don't tend to sort by fibre type.
Right,
we sort for reuse markets,
yes.
But obviously with reuse markets becoming more challenging because the material coming in isn't the quality for reuse. We do need to start looking at fibre type because obviously we've got to sort for recycling because that material can't go to reuse markets. What we do notice is that the man-made fibres have the biggest impact. The majority of the material that we've got coming in is polyester blend materials, blended fibre types and things like that.
You mentioned earlier that's probably the stuff that sorters struggle with the most, is that right, in terms of like sort of blended polyester?
I mean, textile recycling, it is in its infancy. There is a huge amount of work going on around it, which is fantastic, and we know that, but it is still in its infancy, and there is so much material available, and it depends how the textile recyclers are going to be able to accept that material and what percentage of allowance for contamination they're able to give us. At the moment, because it's all in development stages, some of those tolerances are very low, and that makes it very challenging for us because labels aren't necessarily correct, and the technology that's available to us is still learning itself. Like you know yourself, the tolerances, if you've got something with 3% elastane in it, it will say it's 100% cotton, but it isn't. If you're sending it to a recycler that can't accept elastane, then that becomes a problem. And you don't want the cost of a load coming back because it's hugely expensive to ship it.
Especially the bigger waste sorting players, they're putting a lot of emphasis on automation, for example. Obviously, you guys have quite a big human element. Now, why for you the human element is so important in sort of your operations and so on?
We always feel that the human element is important because we are sorting for customers' requirements. So we have a huge variety of customers from all over the world. They tell us what they want. So whilst we can speed up our process with the technology that's becoming available to us, we will still need to be able to decipher whether or not that garment is suitable for that customer. So we may have a customer, for example, that is happily taking coats, but they need to be a certain brand. There are so many other things as well that could be, perhaps this would be able to tell you whether or not it was torn or damaged, but there may be a customer that wants the torn and damaged and also wants the better quality because they might be repairing it and they might be but it may just be that particular
they're regenerating
brand.
It themselves. Right.
There's lots of different nuances to what we do, which is why we will always want to encourage the human element because whilst I'm not saying, I mean, AI is amazing, right? Who knows what it's going to do in the future? My goodness. But at the moment, because our sorters are so well trained, a lot of them have been with us over 20, 30 years, and they know exactly what they're looking for. So there's that element of trust as well, that we completely trust them to be able to pick out the material, and they know our customers.
That's right.